Hi guys, Fifa here, and welcome to this 86 rated Raheem Sterling player review. So as you can see on screen, this is the team I started him in. We've got Lloris in goal, Semedo, Carlos, Akanji and Tierney in defence, Sterling, Rice, Bissouma and Saka in midfield, with Nunez and Martial in attack. Sterling's 5'7", he's got high attacking and medium defensive work rates, he's right-footed and has 4-star skill moves and a 3-star weak foot. Looking at some of his stats, he's got 94 acceleration with 86 sprint speed, 91 attack positioning, 82 finishing, 83 short passing, 94 agility, 93 balance, 91 reactions, 84 ball control, 86 dribbling, and finally 79 stamina. I did use him with just the basic chemistry style and always had max chemistry whilst using him in the matches. Although there's a few different chemistry styles you might want to use on Sterling, so I suggest just trying a few out and see which one works best for you. One thing I missed in the play details is that although Sterling does come out of packs as a left wing, you can start him in the left mid position like I did, and also play him in right wing without him losing chemistry. Finally, onto his player traits, he has the flair trait and the speed dribbler, with the speed dribbler not really doing anything in game. Sterling feels very quick in game, especially at this early stage in FIFA. His pace breakdown in terms of stats also sets him apart from other fast players in the game. 94 acceleration means that Sterling is very quick off the mark, which is great for breaking through defensive lines into open space. 86 sprint speed is also fast enough to maintain some distance between Sterling and most defenders, although when running with the ball over longer distances, you will probably get caught by some of the quicker fullbacks and centre backs this year. He also has the explosive running style for those on next gen, which fits in with his acceleration and sprint speed pace split. 94 agility and 93 balance allows Sterling to turn easily both on and off the ball. He felt noticeably easy to move with compared to my other players on the pitch, and considering how heavy dribbling can feel this year, having Sterling in my team improved my overall attacking ability in matches. 91 reactions also means that he's quick to react to sudden changes in ball movement, such as deflections. 84 ball control, despite being one of the low rated stats in this category, didn't seem to negatively impact the card at all in my opinion. His first touch was decent enough, and when entering in and out of the sprint, he always maintained a good control of the ball. His 86 dribbling is also a factor in him feeling so responsive, as he didn't allow the ball to get too far away from him when moving in possession. Manually knocking the ball forward into space by double tapping the sprint trigger was also very effective for beating defences. One of the weaker areas in this category is his composure, which at 77 will impact his overall ball control, accuracy and power behind passes and shots whilst under pressure. 91 attack positioning is Sterling's highest stat in the shooting category, and when combined with his pace, makes him difficult for your opponent to defend against. He makes intelligent runs both in behind defences, but also into wider spaces to create a range of passing options when building up an attack. 82 finishing is the next highest stat in this category, and when shooting inside the box, most of the time he would manage to keep the shot on target and either score or force a good save from the goalkeeper. Although 78 shot power is on the low side, because of his decent finishing, I didn't really notice this too much in game. His 80 long shots could be a little bit inconsistent though, and I think his shot power is probably more noticeable from shots taken outside the box. Unfortunately, his volleys are quite bad in game, and often lack enough power and accuracy to keep the shot on target or beat the goalkeeper. His 70 penalties are also bad for an 86 rated attacking player. You probably will have someone in your team with better penalties than this, so it should only really be a problem in a penalty shootout. Sterling's passing overall was okay, which is probably what you'd expect by looking at the stats. 80 vision is good enough to play passes into open space for your attackers to run onto, although I wouldn't expect him to pull off any difficult through ball passes between defensive lines. His short passing, which is 83, was good enough for me and never let me down when building up attacks. His long passing was also decent enough when playing a long range pass downfield to my strikers. Again though, I think advanced passes close to defenders might be where you start to see some slight inaccuracy. 79 curve never caused me any problems in game either. Both his passes and shots place a decent enough amount of curve on the ball where required. However, 79 crossing can make the effectiveness of his crosses a bit inconsistent. Sometimes his crosses provided a good chance on goal, whereas other times he would either miss my player or he wouldn't lead the cross enough so that my attacker couldn't generate enough momentum to get enough power behind the header. Something to consider here is that I did only play him in the left wing position, and most of his crosses came from his weaker left foot. Defensively, Sterling won't offer too much, and he isn't ideal for those players who want the wide midfielders to come back and help the defence. His overall physicality has always been a main weakness for Sterling, and it's no different this year. With him being 5'7" and having 57 jumping, Sterling isn't going to be winning many in-air battles. He also does only have 53 heading accuracy too, although I did manage to score a great header with him in one of my games. 79 stamina also isn't too great for a wide player, although because of the pace of the game this year, I feel like stamina isn't as much of an issue as it has been in previous Fifas. 65 strength and 59 aggression means that Sterling doesn't manage to hold off pressure very well. He does have good balance, so he won't fall over whilst being tackled very often, but he does lose possession quite easily. Finally, I'll talk about his skill moves and weak foot. 4-star skill moves allow Sterling to perform some of the more advanced skill moves in the game, which for some players is essential in the attack. With how good his dribbling is too, skill moves can be very effective when used correctly. His 3-star weak foot can be an issue, both when it comes to passing and shooting on his left foot. As I mentioned, I did play him in the left wing position, and often had to cross using his left foot. But when I did cut inside to shoot, I could finesse the ball using his stronger right foot. Sterling does have an alternate position at right wing, which means that you can then cross on his stronger right foot. But that does mean when you're cutting inside, you're cutting onto his weaker left foot. So overall, I'm going to give 86 Sterling an 8.4 out of 10. His pace, dribbling and attack positioning does make him feel like a top level attacker in this game, and he is very fun to use in matches. He also has 4-star skills, decent enough short passing and finishing inside the box to be an effective threat going forward. However, the rest of his stats are quite average for a player in his position. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and don't forget to subscribe. And to request any future content, please just leave a comment in the comment section below and I'll be sure to reply.